The top 10 ways you can bust the holiday blues. Number 10, you can make some art or handcraft something. This is my art. You can sell it. You can gift it to someone to avoid over commercialism. You can keep it for yourself. Crochet, you can knit, you can paint, you can basket weave, whatever it is you want to learn how to do. And basically support local artisans, including yourself. You can be a part of the solution to the issues we're having in our country today. So that's a good one. Number 9, make a new healthy food. You can make it a veggie dish, especially if you really hate vegetables. There are some ways that you can hide vegetables and things. It'll be more like cake, like zucchini bread, for example, or carrot cake. Or if you already like vegetables, you can come up with something new that incorporates like 3 different vegetables, and you can bake it in the oven, or you can make it on the stovetop and make it quick. One of my favorite things to do is to cut up 3 different, vegetables like zucchini, potato, carrot, whatever 3 vegetables you particularly like. Drizzle some olive oil, a little salt, a little pepper, maybe a little agave or some honey, and then put it in the skillet, cook for 40 minutes with a lid, or you can put it in the oven with foil on top and just bake it for 40 minutes at 350. Either way, you'll have a great vegetable dish that you didn't have to stand over the stove and make. Number 8, try some new music. It can be from the past or it can be from the present. It could be a new artist for you. Like you might try Rima, which is an Afrobeat. You might try the Go-Go's if you're not from the 80s. You might try the Beach Boys. Okay, that goes back a few years. If you like, the beach and sun and all that kind of stuff. Let's see, what else? You might try Cyndi Lauper. You might like her music. That also goes back to the 80s. Or if you want to go way back, you might try something like the Andrews Sisters. That goes back to the 1940s. Or you can try a song, like a particular song that you've heard that you might like, or you can just look something up random. The songs from the previous artists I mentioned are We Got the Beat from the Go-Go's, Calm Down from Rima, Girls Just Want to Have Fun by Cyndi Lauper, or Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy by the Andrews Sisters. It can be anything danceable, basically. Number 7 is learn to dance or learn a new dance. You could learn a line dance or a club dance. I think some people are calling that today. You can learn an ethnic dance. You might learn like West African or hula or some Indian dance. There's lots of this kind of thing going on online. You can find something for whatever you want to learn, as slow as you need it to go. And you can rewind it a million times or do whatever. So go ahead and try out some new kind of dance. If you don't know how to dance, find somebody who knows something that you think you might like and just give it a shot. Why not? You might as well have fun. Number 6, exercise. Okay. And I don't mean like, come up with a routine and like do a ridiculous exercise all day long, or something. I mean, just find something you want to improve about yourself. Like maybe you want to have more upper body strength. I'm just talking to these women out here that might want to do that, or even guys, because guys can want to do this too. Then you could do like, say, push-ups, for example, and just start with 1. If you can only barely do 1, just start with that. Add a second one. Every day that you work out, which is like every other day, you don't need to do it every day necessarily. Just add on. Do 100% more than you did the day before. So if you do 1, do 2. If you did 2, do 4, whatever. So just keep doing it until you're up to your target number. If your target number is 10 push-ups, when you get to 10, you can do 10. If you want to add to it, you can always double it and do 20. If you want to get to where you're doing 100, just basically keep going, adding 100% more every day until you get to the number you want to do. And then there's your goal. You've met it. Just remember to take the day off in between so that your muscles have time to grow, because they grow when you're sleeping and when you're resting. Yeah. So if you exercise every day, yes, it will still grow and whatever, but it'll grow faster if you actually take time to rest. Number 5 is take time for your needs, your me time. So me time, you know what that is. That's whatever you need it to be. It's taking care of yourself, giving yourself that mani-pedi, paying for it to be done or doing it yourself, giving yourself that facial you've been waiting to do. You know, you got that mask in there anyway. You might as well get it out of the drawer and put it on your face. Shaving your legs, plucking your eyebrows, whatever you do. Even if it involves having to go to someone to have them do it for you because you can't do it yourself or can't see to do it anymore or whatever. Give yourself permission to take care of that stuff. It's not selfish. It's about your health. It's about your well-being, your self-esteem, the way you feel on a day-to-day basis. If you feel pulled together, you're going to feel better overall, regardless of whatever society's dumb rules are. You need to take time to rest and sleep and get yourself refreshed as well. And if that's part of that, that's important too. Go pamper the crap out of yourself and then come home and sleep all day if you want to. Nobody should be telling you not to do that. If there's someone in your life that's trying to get you to not take care of yourself, you need to run. Okay? You need to take care of yourself. That's one of the best ways to bust those holiday blues. Number 4, talk to an older person in your family to learn a coping strategy. Especially women. Older women in your family have always had to learn to cope because they have to keep the children happy if they can. They have to keep a husband happy if they can. The whole household kind of revolves around her and her happiness. So unfortunately, it really shouldn't have to be that way. And our culture is getting kind of goofy about it. So we need to have our coping strategies figured out, and which ones do you think are going to work for you? In talking to the women of the past, learning the mistakes they made and how you can avoid them, all of that is a really good thing to try to do. And the only way you're going to do that is if you get yourself up and go talk to those older people in your family. Your mother, your grandmother, aunts, whoever are older than you. Your grandparents, your male grandparents can have something to say about these things too. I don't want to make it sound like they don't. My dad was a great one. I sat on his knee, listened to him tell stories about this, that, and the other. I learned a lot about how to cope with my ADHD and other things from my papa. He didn't couch it that way because he didn't know he had that kind of stuff, but we have a name for it now. And I'm recognizing that a lot of the abilities that people have to cope with these things came from them because they had to figure out how to do it. But they didn't have a name for it. So ADHD isn't really a disorder either. It's just the way that our brains work. And it's perfectly normal for them to work that way. We need to stop thinking of it as a disorder. It's just something that we have to learn how to deal with. And it's really not as big a deal as people want to make it out to be. You can cope. Number 3, read a book. Okay, so read a book. What do I mean by that? Well, you need to read a book that's going to help you in some way. It can help you escape, which is like sci-fi, fantasy, adventure, that kind of stuff. Or it can inform you, like Black as Fuck History, or A History of Women, or When God Was a Woman. Did God Have a Wife? These books are all very useful for teaching us about things that we're dealing with right now in our culture that are a big deal. Yes, women and men both need to read about these things because we need to get away from patriarchy. We already know this. There are a lot of people who are becoming aware of it. You need to look into things that are going to inform you, enrich you, teach you something, like a new skill. enrichment books are very good to have. They can teach you a new vocation. They can teach you how to crochet, how to paint, how to knit, how to do something different that you didn't know how to do before, how to plant a garden, how to garden organically. There are so many things you can learn from books. Home repair. Oh my gosh, it's just never ending. I taught literature, so teaching English and teaching people about reading for their skill development is just something that comes naturally to me, okay? It might not come naturally to everyone, so I'm just putting that out there. So think about that, something that enriches you. Number 2, start a YouTube channel, okay? Anything you know a lot about, and then you can divide it into smaller videos, or you can make longer videos, break them up later. There's a lot of ways that you can do this, but mostly you just need to pick something that you know a lot of things about and then figure out how you're going to film yourself talking about it, and then just do it. You're going to get better over time, so don't worry if you're not great at first. I'm new, so I'm doing it. I'm not perfect, but yeah, I'm doing it. So here we go. You can do it too. And the number one way to bust the holiday blues is to start your own business. Something that gives you money and a lot of free time. Everyone today is wanting to be able to make money without having to get money from the man. We're all wanting to get money for ourselves and to make more money than we can possibly make working for somebody else. So that's what we need to do. We need to focus on that. You can design an app. You can use AI. You can do any marketable vocation. You can group a whole bunch of craftsmen together, or people that have vocational skills like auto repair or hairstyling or nails or whatever. It really doesn't matter. I'm not yard work, swim instruction, house cleaning, just any kind of vocation. You can make an app where all of them can come together and you will help them to get customers. So they'll pay a fee to you to use your app, and then they can get lots of customers. It can be shareable and people can get a little discount if they use your app. You can do this. You can use ChatGPT to do that, and you can have your own little startup business that costs you less than $500 to start. And there'll never be too many people doing that. So you don't have to worry about it being something you're gonna outgrow. Another idea is to make a rental business. If you have skills like welding or woodworking or anything like that, you can make a selfie wall that you can rent for weddings or birthdays or Christmas holiday parties or any kind of parties, Valentine's Day, or just anything. Bar mitzvahs, I don't know, just fill in the blank. Research a list of event planners, and we have the customers and funnel business to you. Yeah. Costs less than $500 to start that business. You can pull together a lot of businesses for people. It can be paid through an app. You can, like I said, start the rental business. You can make $500 extra a week just renting your little thing that you made, your selfie wall. That's just one example. There are other things that you can do out there too. So, okay, and that's number 1. Start a business that gives you money and lots of free time. Okay, so if you found this video useful and you like the ideas I have presented in here, go ahead and give this video a like, join my page, subscribe to my page, share it with friends. We have to get the word out there. We need to make this popular, okay? So interact with my stuff. If you want a specific topic covered more in depth that I talked about today, with more ideas on how to do things or whatnot, or even a lesson on something, comment in the comment section. Let me know what you want. Let me know what you like about this series that I'm doing. Again, the title is Hey Mom, I'm Bluedelz, and Hey Mom-Bluedelz is my page in order to get more information out to people who are trying to live by themselves or trying to live, the single lifestyle, they're newly on their own and they need advice. They're trying to figure out, how can I do things when I don't have my mother I can rely on? Like if they're a widow and their mother has passed away, or, you know, my mother died when I was 23. So I've had to do all these things. Sadly, she was murdered at work. And so I've been without a mother my whole life. So I'm making this page because I know that there are other women and people in general out there that have been without support. And I want to try to be a place where you can go and get advice and learn some things that you need to know as you go through life. So this is my top 10 ways to bust the holiday blues by Bluedelz. Hey, Mom-Bluedelz.